Hey, it's Randall. I worked up this little video. I'm going to go ahead and read off what I've written about one of my experiences here. Hey, you like free stuff while you're on vacation at some of the more popular tourist destinations? Or do you ever go to them bigger tourist spots? If you ever think you might end up traveling, might want to watch this video to find out about one of the easiest ways to get free show tickets, maybe free vacation offers, or even money just for donating a few hours of your time. If you haven't figured out what I'm talking about yet, it's timeshare presentations. As soon as I said that, I hope you had a complete feeling of hatred, because I sure do when it comes to timeshares. As you can probably see from other videos we have on our channel, we're not the most wealthy people you have ever met, but we do okay, so we like to go at least one vacation each year. One place we've been to several times now is good old Branson, Missouri. The timeshare that got us for around $9,000 is called Monaco, which is just a timeshare like all the other ones they have around there. I urge you to learn from my mistake and be very cautious when dealing with anyone offering anything just to hear what they got to sell. If you are ever in Branson and have a chance, go to a Monaco presentation. Not because what they are offering is worth buying, but because I know after you watch this video, you're not going to be buying a timeshare anytime soon. Mostly, I just want everyone to know where the lies are and how to avoid feeling pressured into buying their crap. You can usually find the presentations by finding a headhunter. Ours was in Walmart while we were getting supplies for our vacation. What makes it so tempting to go on one of their presentations is in return for the few hours of your time, you can get some pretty cool stuff. Monaco gave us 5 tickets to Dixie Stampede, as well as tickets to Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum and the Wax Museum as well. Each one of these tickets were valued at $30 or more, so just one of those shows would have costed us $150 for the family to go at the time because we had 5 people. So at prices like that, you can see why I do timeshare presentations. Sometimes they offer money. Shoot, we even heard of some offering 7-day vacations at their resorts or even cruises. As long as they say no obligation to buy, I say go for it. One of the biggest things that will help you get out of the pressure to buy is when you get into the presentation, ask them if you're allowed to record the presentation. If they say no, just keep that in mind that they didn't want you to have proof of what they offered you during the presentation. Because at the end of the presentation is when they try and sell their product. The presentation is all for show, and more than likely most of it won't have anything to do with the contract you sign. And we found out the hard way that they can offer you the world during the presentation, but if it's not in the contract, then it isn't what you are buying. If they didn't let you record the presentation, don't buy it. And when they are trying to pressure you into buying, tell them no, because you have no proof of what was offered. And they can play word games, which makes the terms on the contract pretty sketchy as well. They'll start off by feeding you. Don't be shy. This is on their dime. Order the most expensive thing if you want. Now is your chance to eat good for free. After that, they will take you to their timeshares. The ones that they will show you will be the newest and nicest ones they have, which after you are an owner, they will usually book you into their old, outdated ones if they've been around for a while. Monaco is beautiful. We ended up buying a 2-bed, 2-bath timeshare, or as they call it, shared ownership, claiming that once you buy it, you own it. You don't. But it sounds good when they say it. They show you their resort and all the things they have on site. Not all that stuff is free for owners. Some have water parks you have to pay to get into. Shoot, some charge you for the internet even. Monaco offered us triannual weeks at their resort with options to trade those weeks for weeks at their so-called sister resorts, as seen here in this pretty binder. See, that's the Monaco. And when they say sister resorts, this right here, it says welcome to the Monaco family. And then this Orlando, Hilton Head, that is, Williamsburg, Atlantic City, Las Vegas, Lake Tahoe, Palm Springs, Aruba, Breckenridge. Shit, even has Hawaii in there. but that's the sister properties, as they said in the timeshare anyway. Supposedly, you can trade your week straight across for these resorts with no extra fees, and with Monaco, you can trade a week even to cover the maintenance fees, which vary depending on what you purchased. Ours is a 2-bed, 2-bath, and that fee is $3.99. Most timeshares don't let you trade in your weeks to cover this, so regardless if you want to stay there or not, you still have to pay the maintenance fees. What if you don't want to stay at the resorts in the binder? That's fine, because you also get a membership to Interval International. Da, da, da. What this does is make it to where any of the resorts in this book are lowered to $200 to $500 for a 7-day stay. So this one here, we have Hilton Head Island, we have Middle Atlantic, New England, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Lake Tahoe, Oregon, Caribbean, Mexico, Northwest Coast, Mexico, Brazil. I mean, this one here offers all the different places. If you were to pay out of pocket for any of the resorts in this, it cost anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 for a week. So over all these trips are discounted greatly for just being a member of Interval International. You don't have to have a timeshare to be a member. You just get on intervalworld.com or 1-800-INTERVAL. You can check it out there. But with our timeshare, the membership is included, supposedly. We found out later that's a yearly fee. So for our membership, we have the Platinum membership, which is $199 for every year. We weren't told that when we got the timeshare. During the presentation, they even told us they had some in there that were inside Disneyland, which was one of the main reasons we fell for it. We had 3 kids at the time, and we would have loved to take them there someday. Now to explain the lies they told us. Even though the presentation said that it was triennial and that we could take 3 weeks a year, the contract we ended up signing said triennial. Big difference. Triennial is 3 times a year. Triennial is 1 time every 3 years. Are you starting to see why I'm so mad? Yeah, we can trade that one weekend every 3rd year to cover the maintenance fee, which we only have to pay the $3.99 every 3rd year. But if we trade in that week to avoid paying that, we can't use their resort for another 3 years. We found that out the year after they scammed us into buying it. We wanted to go on vacation and called to schedule it. And that's when they said we couldn't, because it was once every 3 years, and our first year use was in 2019. Yeah, I was beyond pissed. That's not all. Stick with me here. So here it is in 2019. We wanted to go to Florida to Disneyland and visit some in-laws. So I called this year to schedule that. I found out all these so-called sister properties that's in the binder, they're not part of the Monaco timeshare at all. And there is no straight trades. Sure, we can trade our week through Interval to get these resorts discounted, but none of them are straight trade. So hey, got to trade through Interval anyway. So why not go ahead and stay in Disneyland? After all, they have a resort there, right? Wrong. They don't have any resorts there. So that was a lie as well. We found out also that the payments that we were paying every month were going to 2 credit cards they opened up to pay for it in our names with a 15% interest rate. We thought they were lending the money through a creditor, but nope, it was credit cards. Found this out when we got a hold of a timeshare relief place that gets people out of their timeshare contracts. They told us since it was paid via credit card, they could get us out of the timeshare, but the credit cards would still have to be paid because it was paid in full. And when telling to Monaco that we wanted to cancel and wanted out of the timeshare, they referred to the paperwork that we had 5 days after effective date to cancel. So it's way beyond the 5 days. So we're stuck with it. They also pointed out on this paper here that we signed I acknowledge that I have not relied upon any prior agreements, understandings, or statements, including renderings, representations, or in the brochures, advertising, or sales materials and statements of sales representatives, which are not specifically stated in the contract. So by signing that right there, when we were signing it, I asked them about that, and they said, well, just make sure that nobody offered you a car to buy this timeshare or anything like that. I was like, no, we weren't offered anything like that. But I was kind of assuming the presentation was what we were getting. Everything they told us in the presentation, I just assumed, my bad, that that's what they were selling. But no, the presentation is all lies. So if you can't record the presentation, you're not getting what they told you you're getting. So nothing said in the presentation is part of the deal. Only what was on the contract. They also pointed out there, we also signed, I acknowledge that the purchase of this vacation interest will not create financial hardship, and that this purchase is not contingent on the sale of any other property or subject to financing contingents. Well, if we would have got what we were offered, we would have had 3 weeks a year, which also said in the timeshare that we could set up vacations and sell them using our weeks. With that being the case, we could schedule a week vacation to one of their resorts and sell it for how much ever we could get out of it. Knowing that one of them weeks was going to be sold each year to cover the maintenance and still have 2 weeks of vacation each year. So I ask you, go to their presentations just to get the free stuff they offered for wasting your time. Shoot, can even tell these companies about this video, because I will sell them back my timeshare, this video included, just to get my money back. Found out we don't like Branson enough to stay there every 3 years. Just make sure you don't buy into their lies and buy anything. I so wish I could have recorded the presentation, because not only would I have gotten my money back, I probably would have sued the crap out of them for lying and misleading into a fraudulent sale. But if you record, make sure you get their permission, because if you don't, it may not be usable in court. They will say no probably, but that just means that you should say no regardless of what was offered. Don't feel bad about saying no either. They wasted your time, and time on a vacation with your family is far more valuable than anything they offer you. Thanks for watching my video. Give us a like, and if you want to save somebody the grief of buying a timeshare, share this video. May even subscribe to our channel. I plan on making more videos telling people of the different scams I run across, and also review these different resorts in years to come. And Demonico, if you're watching this, I hope you get loads of people that watch this video and attend your presentations just for your free stuff. One day I may overcome this anger and come and stay at what you have sold me. But still going to let people know of your scams until you buy this crap back from me. Thanks for watching, and Demonico, screw you. This is Randall from Dorcher Family Adventures, and tune in, subscribe, have a blessed day.